Okay, I'm always doing these wee videos of the house, so I'm going to pass over to my esteemed colleague, my ball and chain, my beautiful girlfriend, Natasha.
Shut up.
Right, Natasha, do you want to explain, what new mystery that we just found?
It seems that we have
Come.
a terrace.
A terrace?
Yes, in the middle of a garden.
Do we?
We do.
And why did we not see this before?
Because it was full of grass on top of it. So it seems that we have a 2x4, I think it's 2, square with stones. Which kind of stone we have no idea.
Don't know yet, we need to clean it up and find out. But it runs all the way to the old pizza oven, which Natasha has informed me she does not like.
Don't like it. It's an ugly beast. So what should we do with it?
I think it used to have a face.
An ugly face.
I think the pizza oven used to have a face.
As we already have a Jesus face, a baby face, a boy baby face, a girl baby face,
And a clown.
we seem to have a dog face or something.
Yes, so Natasha wants to pull it down and use it as a fire pit. Which does not seem like the worst idea in the world.
I don't have bad ideas, only you have that.
Well, we shall unearth this beast at some point soon, and then we can update on what it looks like.
Yep.
See if it is indeed a full patio, or if it's just half of one that's smashed in the middle.
Or a basement.
Or a basement. That would be creepy. A basement with all the bodies. What would you do if it was a basement full of bodies?
Have a good laugh.
A laugh? You sickle.
Yeah.
What if it was a basement full of pirate treasure?
Have a good drink.
We will update when we clear about, I don't know, many years of compost, basically, soil. All the leaves and stuff that have broken down and then just covered it over the years. So once we've pulled it all off, we will update. And I have no idea what she's eating. That
We
is...
found that here.
That... What
That
the...
looks like a horn.
It does look like a horn. What are you eating? What is that? It looks like an alien. What is that? Ew. Ew. I have no idea.
Oh, that's yucky.
What the hell is that? And so obviously I'm going to need to clean this up to find out what the hell it is as well.
It's a horn.
It's a horn?
Just look like.
Yeah, it's a horn. We have a horn from an animal. It's very old as well. So at some point he had sheep in here. Or
Sheep
goats.
do not have horns.
Goats. Our sheep have horns.
But that's a specific Hungarian breed.
So it looks like a goat horn.
This looks like a cow horn.
Or a cow horn. Oh, it could be a cow horn.
That's way too big for
Yeah,
a goat.
yeah, it could be a cow horn.
Or it's a mouflon.
Mouflon?
Mouflon. Can be a mouflon.
Who knows? I'm sure this garden will have many more treasures, good and bad, to find. What do you think?
I think, unfortunately, you're correct. You don't always are correct, but now you are correct.
He's very cheeky this morning.
I am.
Okay, adios for now. Well, without putting all that through the wood chipper, this is as much as I can dig up. Obviously, the chickens are here not helping. They think they're helping, but instead of digging it out. They're kicking a whole load of the dirt. About 3 times I've swept it because they keep kicking all the dirt back onto it. But here we are, and yes, I'm in my pyjamas. It's a pyjama Sunday for sure. Yeah, so with it, until I put that in the wood chipper, this is as much as I can really uncover. I'm not going to move all that stuff for the sake of that wee corner, but it looks... Can you stop that? What do you think? Goldilocks, what do you think? Oh wait, you're not Goldilocks, you're Corona. I mean, it looks like a terrace or a patio type thing. It would make sense considering it's next to the oven. So it's nice and solid. It looks like it's good. So that's a bonus find. A wee clean up, and that'll be quite nice to stick a wee table on in the middle of the garden. But there we are. No pirate treasure, unfortunately. No secret basement with loads of bodies, which is a relief. But yes, a patio. There we are now. Result. Another day, another mystery. Well, actually the same day, but this one was discovered last week. It's starting to open up a bit because winter's coming. So all the green stuff is dying back a bit. A few discoveries in here. It looks like some sort of old, really old sled, or something you would put a boat on, or I don't know. I'm open to ideas about what this is that was hiding under the undergrowth, but it's definitely some sort of sled shape. Maybe Santa used to live here. Maybe Christmas is cancelled this year because Santa was actually Hungarian and he lived in this old house and he died in spring, which is a really grim thought, but hey ho, such is life. And hey look, Santa, thanks for the house. So we found this. The chickens uncovered most of this. They uncovered that there's actually fruit trees grown in plant pots that have just been taken over by all the ivy. What they also uncovered, I don't know if you've ever seen Lost, where there's the bunker. So they uncovered this, and I have no idea where it goes or what it's attached to. Now we don't have a sump here, we have pipes going in, so I don't know if, I have no idea what this is, and it's a bit far back in the garden to be a sump if that's where it used to be. But you know, this is, the house was from 1853, so the house is way too old to have a nice modern plastic cover. So, and I can see that it covers something. So the chickens uncovered this, but I've not had the time to have a look yet, so I'm going to do a wee bit of investigating it and see just how big this solid bit is, to see what is underneath. Again, this is just overgrown by a lack of maintenance and soil and ivy. So let's have a look, shall we? It appears that Natasha has been pinned in. Keep your sheep under control. The little one is called Békés, which in Hungarian means frog. And the big one, courtesy of Kelly, I think, is called Haggis. You agreed with Haggis, didn't you?
What?
You agreed with haggis.
Yeah.
So, courtesy of my big cuz Kel, she gave some well, yeah, some recommended names. So we've called the big one haggis. Isn't that right, Bekesh? Which means little frog or peaceful. So Natasha, I need your thoughts on this. Come. So stand on the middle of the stones and jump up and down as hard as you can and see, you know, what happens.
Peanuts. No.
So it is really starting to look very, very, lost. Like the pipe has a plate and has handles, and there's also this whole stoned area around it as well. The light is going fast though, and the last thing I want to do is crack that open in the dark, just in case some sort of emergency situation develops, let's put it like that. So it's going to remain a mystery for another day, probably until next weekend when I'll get the time to go and explore a bit further. Maybe that's what happened to Santa. You know, maybe he parked his sleigh here and the guy that lived here took him in, skinned his bones, put him in that big giant pizza oven and ate him. And his bones are underneath that. Santa, his sleigh's been stashed in the corner. Maybe he ate the reindeers as well. Maybe that horn that we found is actually from one of Santa's reindeers.
They don't have this kind of horn.
Well, you know, maybe they do.
Unless it's a bull deer.
Maybe, you know, maybe he had a magical flying cow amongst his reindeers.
Thunderbirds.
It's possible. The sheep are investigating. No, they're just eating, as always. Yes. It's like this house was meant for me though, because there's just mysteries everywhere, aren't there?
Everywhere. I
Everywhere.
don't think we seen the half of it.
No, there's just side quests
Oh,
all
yeah.
over the place. The main adventure is trying to renovate the house and do it up, but there's just so many random things like you discover everywhere. It's magnificent. Anyway, I'll do a video. Well, I'll either die when I open it, or you know, you'll see a conclusion video to what happens when we open it up and what's under there. It's probably nothing exciting, but we'll see.